Hello, guys. Today we have Jayant, and welcome to yet another AMS session. So, how are you, Jayant? How are you feeling right now?
Feeling quite wonderful and great. It's a great opportunity to come on platform and interact with you. It's a lovely.
Perfect.
I'm feeling quite good.
Good. Good to hear that. Before the AMS started, I was just talking to Jayant about, are you nervous or how do you feel? He told me that, yeah, it's okay, it's all good. I'm 100% sure about. And I really like such people who are, confident because people speak up when they are confident. And it's very important for the viewers also to know, about the students who are going to talk so that they have an good amount of knowledge. So see, basically there are people who want to get into data science, that
Yeah,
now that you are placed in data science, right?
yeah,
I'll be asking you more questions on that later in
sure.
this live as well. So yeah, talking about people who want to know about data science, right? Mostly when people are a bit nervous, they tend to speak, um, not much about themselves, and because of which not everything is known to the viewers. But now that you're confident, I think it will be a very good session, and we can start the session now. So
Sure.
tell me, Jayant, how did you first of all, know about data science? I mean, when did you think that I want to be a data scientist, or when did you discover data science in it?
Going back to this, I've started in 2018, where I have just joined my organization. So moving forward, I was just working alongside on my day-to-day operations job. So I was working that time for HDFC, and so suddenly going through a lot of data like lead generation and marketing stuff, I came to know that yes, data is something that is turning up, and it might going to change the landscape of the entire industry, because
Correct.
lead generation is something, because the faster the process of extracting valuable insights from data, the more leads we can generate, the more we can focus on our business and we can grow it. So that's how I have started building small stuffs from there. So I first started with consumer complaints, so where I have created a structure, a defined structure, where we usually take a one stop solution for customers. That was my first intro how data can be managed, and then later on I move with different process appraisal processes and assessments across. And through that, slowly and slowly, gradually, in 2021, you can say, finally I decided that I should move with data further and not with my current operations job furthermore.
Got it. I think there is a bit of lag in your video now, as I can see that. Can you hear my audio? Well,
Yeah, I can.
cool. Okay. So, what was your previous education, and how did you choose your field in data science, and how do you think that data is very important right now? We're talking about data, right? So, why do you think data is important today? And most of the people who want to do data science now, there are viewers who will watch this video, right? And they would want to be data scientists in their future. So, just for them, just to let them know that how important is data and what are the you know how emerging this field is going to be. It's still emerging, and how emerging is going to be in the future, right?
Yes, yes. So basically, talking about my, let's start with my background. So basically, I did my MBA way back in 2018 from Lovely Professional in Punjab. And further on, then I moved with HDFC for like 4.5 years. So talking about data as an important stuff, that it's in food, we call that without salt there is no taste in food. So that's
Correct.
how data comes into the picture. When we talk about data specifically, then let's take a very brief example. I'm running a wholesale business. I'm an entrepreneur. Every day I'm dealing with a lot of people, I'm dealing with a lot of marketing stuff, I'm dealing with a lot of consultants and everything around me. And at the end of the day, I know the revenue figures, right? But I don't know at the back how that revenue is getting generated, how the leads are coming, what are the nitty gritties that can be adjusted to increase the profitability at the end. So how a data can be how data get introduced into this is that, like, people try to come up on the try to come up with new business driven strategies. So let's say if I talk about market, so they try to customize everything, like this market is doing well, that market is doing well, we should pitch in this market, we should pitch in that market. So these all insights of marketing consist of a certain data set. Similarly, we do it for the consultant parts, and similarly, we do it for the other business propositions. So that's why I feel data is quite important, because it has shown a very positive trends for revenue growth in the organization. It has shown a lot of help for organization to reduce their operating costs, and it has shown a quite positive impact. Uh, I guess I guess there is the time when digital marketing was not there, so people used to go with the traditional flow of marketing, and then they were not aware about their consumer basis, their consumer behavior, their behavioral aspects, and everything. And when digital came into place, people started playing with data. So we can say how Google supported us with Google Analytics and all, where we can see the trends, how our business is performing as compared to market, and then we can prepare insights based on data. So I feel data is has just evolved, and it will move at a very high speed as we are moving further, because initially we are just working on insights, and now we are capable of predicting a consumer's end result based on his behavior analysis across different domains of our product. So that's what I feel data is quite important right now also, and as we move further in future. And it's a growing pace, because I feel that it will be running for further 2 to 3 decades. It will move at a very fastest pace.
Definitely. Definitely. I think for the viewers, this is a very insightful information, and it will really help them as well to take a decision on if they want to do data science, and if they want to, get into this field. Right? Correct. So, how did you know about Newton School?
My introduction to Newton School, I don't say that I went out and searched about Newton. Just a thing that I was just scrolling across my uh, day-to-day Google searches, and suddenly I came to know that, yeah, there is a course into data science that is being provided by Newton School. So first of all, I thank Vasudha. So she was the first interaction of mine with Newton School, and she has guided me in a very very beautiful manner, I can say. So from her, I can say I know Newton School a lot from her instead of my own perception. So she is the point of interaction who has made me feel that, yes, the Newton is best platform to offer it and go for it.
Got it. Nice. So when you started, when you started preparing for data science and you started studying about it, so what do you think? Was it easy for you, or was it hard for you, or for the people who just want to get into data science right now? How will it be for them? And when we talk about this, there are a lot of things as well. For example, there are mentor sessions, there are mock interviews. We'll come back to that later. Uh, we'll talk about that later. But first, I want to know that even for a fresher who wants to do data science, by joining Newton School, how difficult will it be for him, or will it be easy for him?
See, I can explain it in two aspects. One is, let's say there are two people. One is tech, one is non-tech. So
Hmm.
tech people are quite adaptive to the coding part, but yes, they have to learn how to get data insights.
Hmm.
So that is for them. But yeah, I guess they can cope with it because they are already aware about the languages and everything else. So it's quite easier for them as compared to non-tech. I can say they are 50% advantages on that part. Yes, when I talk about non-tech like me, so it was a kind of roller coaster ride. So
Hmm.
initially, let's say I'm just standing at the shores and water is running too high and I just want to deep dive. So initially what happened, I don't know the depth. So, and then we just started with, like, I guess my first introduction to Python was through Newton. So I have started working on Python. It was a nightmare for me because I haven't done any computer language initially, and
Correct.
then slowly and gradually I have started building on it. So I must say there are two things you should always remember when you start something new, that you have to be patient and always keep a single source of point of contact. I guess you don't need any other platform apart from Newton School's platform. It is having everything. There are playgrounds. There are mock interview, tryout sessions. There are very interesting development games in it for SQL and other stuffs, and there are some guidance sessions also. So you don't need to go anywhere. Just make a single point of contact, that is Newton, and keep preparing day by day whatever is being taught in the lectures. So yeah, it will be hard to transition, but I will guarantee you that after 2 or 3 months, when things start coming back to you, then you realize that yes, this hard work is paying off. I'm getting insights to it, and and then you will try to build upon it. So
Got it.
that's how I started my data science journey initially. And yes, I'm very thankful that after like third or fourth month I felt a bit low. So I got a very good hand of Pratiksha helping me out there. She guided me like, no need to worry, we are with you and we will help you across this transition, and you have
Hmm.
to be patient. And then I say that particular point of time, the kind of support that I needed, I got it. And then I guess in 1 month, I have cleared my Python exam with a very good marks. And from there on, journey was quite smooth, I must say.
Slow as in,
uh, journey went smooth from there, I say.
oh, smooth. Okay, okay.
Yes, yes,
Got it, got it. So even for a non-tech person who wants to do data science, of course there'll be a bit of struggle, but when you give a lot of time into it, when you dedicate it, everything will be fine, and the journey will become smoother with time. Is what you're trying to say, right?
yes, 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 definitely.
Got it, got it. So you also spoke about mock interview sessions, and there is one more, the mentor sessions. So we'll talk about the
Yes,
mentor sessions first. How did mentor sessions help you, and who was your mentor? And there are follow-up questions on that. First,
yeah.
just let's talk about how were the mentor sessions for you.
Mentor sessions, I guess there were three different people. I mean, I'm unable to recall their names, but yes, the way of interaction with them was quite wonderful, because they come from a very good tech backgrounds, and they
Mhm.
almost having a good experience with working with Manx. So like they will help you a lot. Like the first mentor session I came into, I was not that much aware, like from where I can go and search for SQLs and everything. So generally people don't help you out on those parts. They just give you references and all. They have dedicatedly given me certain URLs, even certain portions where I can just go and work hard on them. And the best part is, at any point of time when I get stuck, I'll just slack them out and they just revert me in just like 5 to 10 minutes. And that was quite helpful for me across the mentoring sessions. And I got a lot of help with my assignments also when I was working on IO assignments. So mentor sessions are quite wonderful, and they are very helpful.
Got it. So that's personally helped you, right? Hello, Jayant, are you there online? I think there is some kind of technical issues because of which think I'm not able to reach Jayant. Jayant, are you there online? Oh, I think he'll join again. Most probably. Until then, if you guys have any questions for the people who are watching it live, if you guys have any questions, you can ask them in the comment section so that we can answer them accordingly. There are some questions that can be answered by Jayant as well, as he's a Newton School alum, and he can really help you guys with any sort of data science questions if you have any. And he can also give you some valuable insights on some tips on data science as well. Or if you are a beginner who is not in tech, who is not in the tech background, and if you want to join data science, then I think this session is one of the most important sessions for you, where Giant can answer a lot of questions and solve your doubts. For now, I think we'll just wait for Giant to join.
Yeah,
Hello, Giant. Hi.
I guess I got disconnected. There was some network issue. No worries. So we were talking about the mentor session, right?
Correct, correct.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. That mentor sessions are quite good, and those people are quite helpful. So I recall there was Pranav. No, not the Pranav. I guess there are different people, two three people who have helped me a lot in this particular phase of my transition.
Correct. So we have a question here, that how were the projects with Newton School? I think people really want to listen.
Yeah,
Yes.
projects were quite wonderful because I guess the first project I did was with Akash Mangal. So he I guess taught us a lot about Tableau. So that was the first project we did. So he initially took us through very basic insights of Tableau, how Tableau works, what are the different features it is having, and then he has given certain data sets, and we have worked around that. So it was a wonderful project that I worked on. I got a lot of insights how to visualize data better, how we can prepare a different set of dashboards around it, and how we can take out different insights, whether it's related to sales or whether it's related to different stakeholders of the organization. Like, let's say, if people are into marketing, they need a sale driven data. If a people into senior management, they need something related to more KPI driven. So that was the first project that I did. And second one is in a is we are working on the ML part. So it's on trip analysis. Like Uber is there, so we have worked on analyzing how a person usually behave, a kind of behavior analysis, how a person opt to book for a ride, and what are the peak hours, and what are the peak days when they book. And so that's how the project went along.
Well, I hope Ranita has her answer to the question. Thank
Sure.
you, Jan. And apart from that, let's talk about the mock interviews. How did mock interviews help you? And so there are a lot of students I speak to in general, not only in AMAs. They visit me. They visit us in office, so I usually talk to them about the sessions where about the mock interviews, and they have really good answers, like when they had zero self-confidence and their mock interviews really helped them. And I gave these many number of mock interviews. So how many number of mock interviews did you give, and how did it help you?
Uh, I cannot count on numbers because they are too much, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, but talking about mock interviews, uh, I guess they are the best thing to prepare yourself for a real time interview, because the
Hmm.
types of questions that are totally driven towards a real business domain, they go from very basics to very advanced level. So initially you will be having very basic mock interviews related to basics of Python, maybe SQL, or maybe W. But as soon as you grow up and you keep on advancing into your transition, then they increase the level of questions. And at the same time, when you appear for the real interviews, I feel uh, you will get a lot more easier approach to them, because you have already gone through a certain uh, kind of like different levels of mock interviews initially. So it will help you a lot, and when you sit in interviews, you might yourself wonder that yes, I have did a lot of hard work, so now whatever they're asking, I know everything, and yes, I can speak out confidently.
Got it. Got it. That's nice. So you are placed in a company which is based out of US, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So when you got the job, how was the feeling, and how were your parents' reaction when you got the this is first job in DS, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so how was the feeling? How did your parents react to it, and what was the atmosphere when you got your first job in DS?
So I was quite nervous, because I have never been to such a different culture, because I have been into an Indian culture, working in an Indian culture. So when I got the job, my parents were quite excited. They wanted me to explore and go forward. So when I have given them news, they were excited. And when I get into the organization, it was quite a different scenario, because I feel currently there is no Indian in them in there. So it's quite different, because people are from Philippines, maybe from Sri Lanka, or maybe from America, and even some of them are from Africa. So it's quite a diversification, and we keep on interacting in a different accent. People come from a different accent, and it's initially it felt like there's a lot of coordination issue going to happen. But yes, as I've already told, that there's a single language of business, that is profitability. So when I've started working there, I got adapted to it, and I like it. In a week I get adapted to them, and then I can feel like, yeah, the atmosphere is quite wonderful there. And
Yes,
the best part is that you get a lot of data, you just work on that, you keep on getting insights, and then you keep on reporting. The best part is that I'm working very close to the CEO of the company, or the CEO. So it's a lovely experience working with them.
that's really nice. That's really nice. So how long have you been working in this company?
I guess it's going to be like 2.5 months now,
Oh, got it.
around.
Got it. So what did you do with your first salary? How did you spend it? Did you
First
party? Did you go to your parents, and or you went out with your friends?
say I'm more of a spiritual kind of person. So, like, initially there will be certain gifts as in gratitude for my parents, and then a bit of what I can say a tribute to Lord Shiva, as He is the Almighty. He made me this uh, wonderful to go out and do such wonderful things in world. So to Lord Shiva, and partying comes very later, because you have friends, you have cousins, so they are hanging around and you have to take them out. So yeah, party comes at the very later end, but yeah, we will surely do the party.
Nice. We have another question from Anjali Singh. The question is, being a working professional, will I be able to manage my job with the course? I'm a financial analyst, and I want to switch to data science.
Okay, so for Anjali, I'm just having a wonderful advice. You are already into data. Since you are a financial analyst, you are already into data, so you don't need to worry that much about your job profile. Transition will be quite easy for you, because you come from, if you are a financial analyst, you already know a lot about financial modeling, sensitivity analysis, scenario analysis, and everything, and building portfolios and all. So you have a very good gist of financial part. Just the only thing that you feel different in data segment is that you have to be more business driven, including that finance part also. So I feel transition is quite easy and you don't feel anything different from your day to day job. So it's all about insights. My personal advice will be you should focus more towards the visualization part, the dashboards, maybe Power BI or SQL you can take into consideration. And Python is mandatory, but not that important. If they offer you a data science, if you are looking forward for a data scientist role, you can definitely go for Python, but I prefer SQL and Power BI will do very good for you. And alongside your job, it is quite manageable. No issues with that.
Good. I hope Anjali has got her answer to the question.
Sure.
So cool. I think I have asked most of the questions. Do you wanna give a a small tip for people from just like you go went from non-tech to tech? I mean, sorry, non-tech to data science who want to switch their field. Is there any kind of tip that you wanna give to them?
I don't tell you that you should do everything. Just keep in mind that when you want a transition, be focused about it. Whether you want to go into data science, you want to go into data analyst, you want to go into business analyst, you should be quite evident that you have analyzed your profile well. I never say that if you come from a lot of data entry stuff and then you just opt for data scientist, that's not quite evident. You should go for data analyst first, because analyst is something that you will be working on insights. So the only advice I have is that be clear about your thoughts, make a very good decision, and always keep a single source of contact. If you are working on Newton school portals, just be on portals. You don't need to go here and there. There are a lot of questions and everything. You can just wander around, and it will be a never ending thing, because there are arena questions, there are a lot of assignments, quizzes, and everything. So you can work around that. So be stick to one thing, and definitely and surely, when you keep on working hard step by step, you will definitely see the glory coming to your way.
Got it. Uh, cool. Thank you so much, Jayant. It was really nice talking to you.
Thank you,
And
Dennis. It was
it was
wonderful and a pleasure of mine.
yeah, it was a very insightful AMS session, and I think after watching this video, a lot of people who want to join data science can get a lot of information out of this. So it was a very, as I said before, it was a very insightful. Thank you so much. Insightful session. Yes.
Yes, thank you so much, Dennis.
Yes. See you.